Welcome to tonight's video and live event on service, on the practice of service more than anything, and what it means. I hear a lot of people say that they want to serve but they don't know how, or if they knew what their special gift was, they'd be able to serve more effectively. It's not about either of those things. If you want to serve, look at what you do naturally. John talks about this. He talks about the fact that most of us are in service without even realizing that that's what we're doing. So if you want to be of service to others, don't stop to think about what you have to offer. Stop and look at what they might be looking for from you, what they might be asking of you because they don't have the answers themselves. Take time to think about it and to consider it. There's a few people have joined us: Yvonne, Caroline, Amanda. Glad to have you with us. If you've got any questions, it would be really good, because sometimes it's a bit of a monologue. When we're in service, first of all, it's about being comfortable in our own skin enough that we can be whatever we need to be to build a community and to help at any level that's possible those who are looking for assistance. It's not about telling people what to do. Most people know what to do, but they don't always know how to do it. They don't always know if it's appropriate to do it. And so if you want to serve others, be sensitive to what their requirements are. And don't look at it as this is your service. It's not some big deal. The practice of service is about human kindness. It's about going the extra distance to help somebody. I saw a phrase the other day that said that the extra mile isn't a crowded place. And I thought how very true, because how many of us actually do go the extra mile? We like to think we do, but do we really when the time comes? Service isn't about whether we have a label, whether we're a healer, whether we're a clairvoyant. It's about whether we're a human being, and whether as a human being we care enough about the people around us to offer what we need to offer. And it's also about the planet. Not about rescuing the planet from some dire doom and disaster, because the planet's perfectly capable of rescuing herself. It's about sustainability, and it's about waste. If we truly want to serve our world, then look at what we waste. Look at what we waste from the perspective of, did we really need it in the first place that we had it to waste? And if we've got a glut, what do we do with that glut? Do we throw it away? Or do we share it with people that may not have enough? Simple things like offering to assist somebody can make all the difference. I can remember years ago in Japan, I was at a train station and the escalator wasn't working, and I had to carry my suitcase, and it was a 20-kilo suitcase, up a long flight of stairs to the platform. And I started up the steps quite slowly, and the next minute I felt a hand take my suitcase, and a gentleman took it off me, and he went up the whole flight of stairs and waited for me to arrive at the top. And when I got there, I thanked him, and he said, "Are you on holiday?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Welcome to my country." And I said, "Thank you very much." And then he went back down those stairs and walked off in a completely different direction. He went the extra mile, and I really felt the kindness and the consideration that he offered. To me, that's service. And he made it seem really matter of fact. So, where do you do that? How do you do that? Is that the sort of thing that is part of your journey? Is part of what you do? If you focus on what within you comes naturally, you'll serve. It's that simple. If you focus on allowing the instincts within you to reach out to other people and reach out, you're in service. If you focus on how people see you and your image, you're in service to yourself, which is what John talked about also. It's about human to human relationships. It's about being willing to smile at somebody, to make their day, because in making their day, it makes yours. It's important that we don't become so focused on how spiritual we are and how evolved we are that we lose sight of the fact that we're here to learn, and one of the best ways to learn is through service to others. By offering and sometimes being rejected, we learn. By offering and having our offer misunderstood so that we end up giving something that we hadn't really intended to give, we learn. By not offering and seeing what could have happened if we did, we learn. So my question to you is, how do you see your gifts? What is it you believe that's your service every day? Not something grand and magnificent, something simple, because Spirit always works simply. Something simple, and yet which touches the heart of another. Because when you touch the heart of another, then you are in service. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've got something out of it. I haven't seen any questions, so I can't answer them. But perhaps you might like to think up some for next time. And let's see if we can get a dialogue going within the community about who we are and what we have to offer and how we can help. Silence may be a virtue, but when we're talking about service, talking to each other about what we can do collectively to bring about change in our world is another form of service. So it would be pretty good if we could get this dialogue going within this community. So thank you all for attending. I really appreciate having the support. And I'll talk to you next time. Okay, good night for now.